Good afternoon, Bruce here with California Gold Connection. Time for an update. Gold is pushing up to its all-time high once again. Palladium's moving, silver's moving. Time for an update. So here we are on the gold chart. We are on the daily candles. So again, for you guys that don't do this every day, and each candle here represents a day and time. And you can see here that we have tested. So this is an ascending wedge here that we're in. And you can see we've tested that level multiple times. And here we finally broke through today. Well, yesterday, actually, we closed just above that line. And you can see back here where we hit this all-time high. That was an intraday all-time high. And then we dropped back down and closed below this level right here. But you can see yesterday we just closed above it right there. And now today we are seemingly holding. And it looks like we're going to be closing above this ascending triangle finally, which is a good sign that we're breaking out. And we're definitely going to, looks like we're going to be testing this, maybe not today, but tomorrow we'll be testing this all-time high again. Let's see, did we actually get there today? No, we did not. So if you look at that candle, we have not gotten to the all-time high. Naturally, there's normally sell orders right before an all-time high. But a lot of people have sold off for profits already. I think we're ready for a new leg up, I'm hoping. And so let's see if tomorrow we can't push through this all-time high. It looks to me like we're definitely going to be testing again tomorrow. We'll just have to see. The measured move out of this ascending wedge is the top of this bar. That would put us up there at the, let me pull this down a little bit more. That would put us at the $3,860 level-ish. So that's what we'll be looking for. Precious metals doesn't rocket. It doesn't move fast, so it'll be a slow march up. If we do push through, what we're going to want to see is we'll probably come up in here, come back, retest this, and then move back up. Now we'll also have this all-time high to be contending with, so we may just come down and retest it and then move back up. We'll just have to see how this plays out. But so far, things are looking good for gold. Let's just hope it holds. You can see back here, for last time it hit that level, it just dumped. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. I don't want to dump back out of here. We'll have a false breakout and dump again and retest this again, this level. But we'll just have to see how it plays out. So that is gold, palladium. We know this palladium has been doing better. You can see right up here an intraday high of $1,336. That's been beautiful compared to this dismal run we've had all this time. But as I've shown you guys, we've got this major W pattern that's a triple top, basically. And now we're almost creating a cup and handle pattern here. But anyway, we never made the breakout. It failed, and we hit this level of resistance here again. We've had a false breakout above that, and now we've dropped back down. But out of this descending channel here, you can see we're breaking out of that. Now, I didn't even measure the measured move out of this. Looks like we already hit it. But if you want to do a measured move out of this channel, you would just take here to here. And we move that here. So no, we haven't hit it. So your measured move out of that is going to be $1,165. Looks like we could be pushing that direction. Now, what's happening here, as I've shared with you guys before, I think largely what's going to dictate the move for palladium is Russia and their compliance or not with a ceasefire with Ukraine or an ultimate deal with Ukraine. Putin came and met President Trump in Canada here a few weeks ago, made all sorts of concessions. Everything was looking rosy, and he's just, as usual, Putin has not done a single one of them. And now Trump's mad again, and that was today. Scott Bessent came out today and said that Putin has not even remotely done anything he said he was going to do. So more of the same from Putin. It's going to force President Trump to do secondary sanctions on China, Iran, North Korea. Who knows? We'll see. Certainly China. And if the sanctions, the secondary sanctions get put on China are big enough and substantial enough that hurts them, that may force China, because Putin's going to be looking for a bailout. You know, as more of the sanctions Putin gets put on him, directly or indirectly, they're suffering right now, and he's going to be looking for a bailout, a check from China to bail them out. Well, if Trump's sanctioning China and China is not wanting to write big checks for Russia, this may force China to force Putin to play ball, if there is any such thing you can possibly do with Putin. But anyway, so we're in a precarious spot here as far as geopolitically goes. But again, Russia holds 60% of the nation's or the world's palladium supply. 80% of palladium's used in the auto industry, and so if Putin gets sanctioned directly or indirectly, and that limits exports of palladium, you're going to see palladium prices go up because of lack of supply. It creates more demand, and prices will go up, just like we saw back when palladium went up to all-time highs up here back then. So palladium's looking good. It's holding steady. It's not dumping. Actually, let's do that while I'm right here. I showed you guys how the last time we hit this level, we dumped here, we hit it again, we dumped there, we hit again, and we dumped there. And you can see we're not dumping, and we've also tried to break out of this level. We're not dumping as fast. Yeah, we've moved down, but you can see it's been more gradual. And so I'm just hoping that gives us a good insight that maybe, just maybe, we can start holding and moving back up. But boy, it's a tough one. Palladium's really just hurt us the last few years. Silver's looking great. Silver, I mean, it was been stuck below $30 plus or minus 30 forever, and finally we are breaking out, and we're seeing we've been bouncing off this $39 level for a while here. Tested a couple times. We created this W pattern. This breakout of this W pattern is right there at the top of that bar, and look where we're at today. That would be $41.15 basically. We are sitting at $40.70 today. We've had a great move on silver today. So likely, the way things are looking, I don't know if we'll make it today. Maybe tomorrow we'll see the top here, or maybe, what is today? Today's only Monday. Normally your big sell-offs and profit taking will be on Fridays. So maybe that portends good for this week. Maybe we'll see this silver price push up and at least hit this target. And you can see, if we go back to our big pink ascending wedge there, that breakout of that level is right there. So we are flirting with that level as well. So if all that comes to fruition, we'll fulfill the long-term target and the more short-term target here. And then your guess is as good as mine where silver goes, but it sure is nice. A lot of you guys have been holding on to silver for a lot of years. So anyway, that's looking good for that. You know, I've introduced Bitcoin into my charting in the last couple videos just to give you a little taste on Bitcoin and what Bitcoin's doing. We created this big inverse head and shoulders, and that made it, and we cleared the CME gap I shared with you guys. That gave Bitcoin a green light to move up to this measured move. However, you can see what's happening here. We're turning down. What's happened with this inverse head and shoulders is we run into September. September is the most bearish month for Bitcoin all year. So we've got the green light, but we've also ran into September. So looks like we're gonna be floundering here. And you can see we kind of created this ugly M pattern, which the measured move down out of that would coincide with this level of support and resistance I have demarcated here, 101,000. I could easily see us in September coming and at least testing this level, just because September is a very bearish month. November, December tend to be really good. So if it does retest here, I would expect to see it to consolidate and then make a push up at the beginning of the year, or beginning of November, hopefully, and see if we can't retest the top of this channel and get a breakout higher. But we'll just have to see how Bitcoin's doing. Anyway, gold is looking great. We're finally looking like we're going to be retesting the all-time high again. Are we going to break through it? Your guess is as good as mine. Keep watching and check it out. And if you guys have scrap dental that you're looking to send in, palladium and gold are headed the right direction. So again, when I told you guys back here, when everything was looking great and it looked like there was more highs for palladium, but I told you if you were thinking about sending it in, I don't get greedy with my palladium, especially after what's happened with all the drops. And I was comfortable taking profits on my palladium right here just in case this happened, and look what happened. Palladium has been doing this to us for years. So don't get greedy. Yeah, palladium could go back up, and that's great. But we have good levels now. So anywhere in this level area is a great time to be moving your palladium. Yeah, you might miss out on a little few bucks here, but what if it drops back down here this resistance level? Then you're going to be kicking yourself. I'm not going to tell you what to do as far as how or when to sell your dental. I'm just sharing with what I do. I take profits on my stuff when I see gold's all the way up here. It's a slam dunk for the gold into things. When palladium's doing as well as it is right now, I'm happy. Even if I was going to move, I wouldn't mind moving a bunch of palladium today. It's just take advantage of why it's looking good. So anyway, that's the update. You guys have a blessed day, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.